What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and it seems like there might be some new Fire Emblem Three Houses news, sequel, or new Fire Emblem information coming up soon, according to a little bit of a leak. I'm not exactly sure how to describe what's going on here. So obviously, for those who don't know, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the amazing title that came out in 2019 for the Nintendo Switch, which followed the exploits of three young leaders of their own nations having to battle it out in the end for an exhilarating and amazing game that really blew me away when it comes down to it. So Fire Emblem Three Houses has a lot of love from the fans in the series that like the newer style of games. It's pretty much the best-selling Fire Emblem game of all time, so fans definitely look at every single little thing they can get through when it comes down to this. So let's get into this article here about what is going on with this new or updated model or things for Fire Emblem Three Houses that has never before been seen. So eagle-eyed fans of Fire Emblem on Reddit and Twitter have noticed a potential leak of the new Fire Emblem Three Houses art that may or may not come from a new game or an updated version of the current one Nintendo Life does right now. In a recent video, Fire Emblem Castle Conversations made to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the series, viewers noticed footage that hasn't been seen before. In the footage, Edelgard has a new outfit and an updated look, and Claude also has a new model. Now, Death Chaos on Twitter also pointed this out. He says, or she says, "I did not discover this. I was simply made aware. During a new Fire Emblem Heroes anniversary interview, there is a very short clip of the War Phase Gronder intro cutscene that is entirely different from the current one in the game. Most notably, Edelgard and Claude have new models. You guys can see that right there, different from what they did before. There is the comparisons that are out there. I played the game multiple times, and yes, this is definitely different from what they had in the final game. Now, some fans did point out that the outfits that Edelgard and Claude were wearing are the special costumes, although the special costumes shouldn't affect what they wear in the cutscene. But also, the cutscene itself might be from an early beta version of the game, so that's definitely possible as well. Now, one Reddit commenter doubted that Nintendo would accidentally leak something like this. People pointed out in the replies that they accidentally leaked Terry in Smash not too long ago and Simon Belmont before that. So what do you guys think about this when it comes down to it? I'll give my thoughts on everything here because I have quite a bit to say when it comes to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So did Nintendo accidentally leak something for this game, and could there be some type of expansion or Fire Emblem Three Houses 2 or something that they're working on for the game? It's definitely possible. I think if you look at everything with Fire Emblem Three Houses, the game, like I said, is the best-selling Fire Emblem game of all time pretty much at this point. We haven't gotten an official confirmation because Nintendo hasn't updated the sales in quite some time, but it was tracking to definitely be that. When I look at my own content and I see so many people that actually look back at my beginner tips and so many people in the comments saying that they picked up Fire Emblem Three Houses or whatever, I know that there's people that are still buying the game and getting into it at this point. The game has so much content, so much value. People are going to continue buying this game along the way. Like, I don't think the sales are dead or anything like that. Obviously, it's not selling as much as like Zelda or whatever, but it's still doing numbers. So that's definitely good for the franchise. Now, did Nintendo accidentally leak this? It's very possible that they did. Nintendo has accidentally leaked stuff before, like they mentioned Terry, Simon Belmont. There's been other things that have been accidentally leaked by employees, and it just happens that way. But this one seems to be very interesting because why would they do that? Out of all the time to do this, right? Like, why would they show this footage there when it's probably been vetted multiple times? This seems very different from the leak that we saw with Terry or in other stuff, right? Very different compared to this one where they can look at the footage, they can see the final game. The final game is there. Why would somebody have beta footage for a Fire Emblem Heroes anniversary interview? I mean, that just doesn't seem like a logical conclusion based off of things. So here's what I'm hoping this is. I think it would be really cool if there was some more content for Fire Emblem Three Houses, or this does mean that there's something else that they're going to be doing to promoting the next Fire Emblem game. So maybe they say if you have Fire Emblem Three Houses, you get this, and then there's also this as well. So maybe there's a Fire Emblem Direct. They've done that before. Back in 2017, they had a Fire Emblem Direct where they talked about Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. They announced Fire Emblem Heroes, which was the mobile game, and they also announced that Fire Emblem is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This was before the Switch was even launched. They just said, hey guys, Fire Emblem's coming to the Switch, and it just had like the Fire Emblem logo. So maybe they're gearing up for something like that, where we do have a Fire Emblem Direct, where they go over what's going on with the franchise, maybe how much it sold, new updates to Fire Emblem Heroes, maybe something else like a new Echoes game, and content for Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think that might be the most logical conclusion based off of this. Now, obviously this could just be a leak and it could be nothing, but I don't think Intelligent Systems and Nintendo are sitting on things when it comes to Fire Emblem, just because Fire Emblem is so big for them now. They talked about it being a major franchise for them. Obviously, they have tons of characters in Super Smash Brothers. They've got the Fire Emblem Three Houses game that's doing amazing. So I think that could be it. Now, when it comes to what I'm looking for the next Fire Emblem game, I would love to see an Echoes title. I think an Echoes title where they go back and remake one of these old games, maybe one that never got localized. That would be really cool. But I think I have my eyes on Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I think that's the game that a lot of people would love to see come back, and I think it would draw in some of those old school fans that aren't as big of a fan of the new school Fire Emblem games, but still buy them, obviously, because people are buying these games. But maybe they want to see some of that old school flair, and I think that's where the Echoes title does a really good job. I think Shadows of Valentia was great. It just came out at the very end of like the 3DS's life for the most part, where things were kind of winding down and people really wanted to play stuff on the Nintendo Switch. So that was a problem for that game. So if they did an Echoes title on the Nintendo Switch, I think it would be received so much better. It would do very well, and I think Nintendo would be smart to have another Echoes title lined up when it comes to like one of the older games, because those games are still really good and a lot of them are really rare. Path of Radiance is extremely expensive on the GameCube. Yes, you have Dolphin in other ways, but if you wanted to play it on your own hardware and not do Dolphin or something like that, it is expensive. So it would be great if they started putting over some of those older ones. You also have the engine and everything already ready to go, so it would be an easier development period in terms of what they can do. They had a little bit of trouble with Koei Tecmo working on Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't think they'd have all of those same problems. So there were some leaks, or not leaks, there were some rumors more like it a while back that the next one would be an Echoes title, and that they were working on something Fire Emblem will be announced in 2021, but we're just gonna have to wait and see if that actually comes into fruition. But I would love to see an Echoes title. Now, if it's not an Echoes title and it's a brand new game, obviously that would be great as well. I mean, Fire Emblem Three Houses came out in 2019, so we're going on 2 years now when it comes to Fire Emblem Three Houses for this game. It might be a little bit too early for the next major Fire Emblem game, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a new game. I know that Fates and Awakening, I think those were about 3 years apart if I'm not correct. I think Fates came out in 2016 here in the West, and Awakening came out was 2013. So yeah, 2013, 2016, so it was about 3 years. So maybe there's an announcement of the next Fire Emblem game is in development. I just don't think it's going to be this year. So maybe there's an announcement of it. I think that Intelligent Systems is always working on Fire Emblem. They're always thinking about their next Fire Emblem type of game, and I feel that this is the breakthrough that they needed with Fire Emblem Three Houses when it comes to sales, and finally on a home console once again, because it'd been the first Fire Emblem game that we got on a home console since the Wii. It went portable, so it's good to see it back on home consoles and everything. So we'll see what they do with it, but I know one thing, guys. There's definitely something going down with Fire Emblem. This footage right here, me thinking about what happened with the Fire Emblem Direct, what's going on with Fire Emblem Heroes, the 30th anniversary. I mean, it is all primed up. People are all excited for Pokemon anniversary. People are excited for the Legend of Zelda anniversary, 35th on there. People have talked about, okay, we're ending the Mario anniversary from last year. We still have some stuff coming out for that. But a lot of people aren't talking about Fire Emblem's anniversary for 30 years at this point, which is this year. So this could mean something here, guys. We have that anniversary. Nintendo already did that special edition of the Shadow Dragon, so I get that. But I just think that there's probably more to the story. There's probably more to come when it comes to Fire Emblem here for this anniversary for the game. A lot of anniversaries, but I think that this one's definitely flying under the radar because Pokemon and also Zelda are way more popular, but I think there might be something here, and we're gonna have to wait and see what Nintendo does when it comes to the Fire Emblem franchise in 2021. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? Is this something? Is it something more? Is it nothing at all? Is it just a leak? Is it just beta footage? What do you guys think about all this? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.